Let me start with something I have seen more times than I would like to admit. A team builds a machine learning proof of concept. The model works, the metrics looks good, the demo impresses everyone. There is some genuine excitement. There are slides. Someone even says, "This is promising." And then nothing happens. The project quietly fades away. No deployment, no impact. Just another success POC that never became a system. If you have worked in machine learning long enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is frustrating for junior engineers. It's actually exhausting for senior engineers. And for leaders, it's dangerous because it creates the illusion of progress. So today, I want to talk about why this happens and more importantly, why it usually has very little to do with the model. So before we go any further, it is important to understand what a successful POC really means. Let's be honest about what most POCs actually prove. A POC usually answers questions like, can we train a model? Can we get decent offline metrics? Can we show something that looks intelligent? On the other side, what it rarely answers is, can this live in the real system? Who will act on its output? What breaks when the data changes? So remember, a POC proves possibility, while production requires responsibility. So let me start with an uncomfortable truth. The most machine learning projects don't fail after the POC. They were already doomed during the POC. We just did not notice because the POC optimized for being impressive and not for being real. Based on my experience, there are four reasons why a successful POC fail in real life. The first reason is simple. The POC often solves a problem that looks good in a notebook but does not map cleanly to a real decision. Leaders ask, what should we do differently because of this model? And the answer is unclear. If a model does not change a behavior, it does not matter how accurate it is. Second, data. POCs are often built on clean snapshots of data, carefully filtered and curated datasets, and labels that requires heroic efforts to generate. While on the other side, production data is messy, it's delayed, it's incomplete, and sometimes even political. So if your POC only works in perfect conditions, it's actually not a POC, it's a demo. Third, and this is where leadership comes in, ownership. During a POC, everyone is excited. After the POC, the hard questions appear. Who maintains this? Who gets paged when it fails? Who explains bad predictions? If the answer is the ML team, vaguely enough, the project stalls. So remember, systems without owners don't survive. Finally, success, or better said, definition of success. During the POC, success means, look, the metric improved. But in production, success might mean fewer errors, faster decisions, reduced cost, or managed risk. If those weren't defined upfront, leadership has no reason to fund the next step. So let me summarize this a bit more clearly for you. Here are the principles that separates POC from real system. The first principle, A model must connect to a decision and influence a behavior. The keywords are here: influence a behavior. Number two, data must survive contact with reality. Number three, ownership must be explicit. And number four, success must be operational and not academic. These are not modeling skills, these are actually engineering and leadership skills. So, in my experience, I like to think of POC like finding water in the desert. You dig a small hole, and for a moment, there is water. Everyone celebrates. But building a real system is asking a harder question. Can people live here? Is there a way to sustain this, maybe protect it and scale it? So remember, a puddle is exciting, but a well is life changing. Most machine learning projects fail because they stop at the puddle and mistake discovery for sustainability. So if you are an ML engineer, think beyond the POC. And if you are a leader, ask better questions earlier. That's how ML actually creates impact. I have many more lessons like this from engineering, teaching, and managing ML teams. I'm hoping to share my honest reflections here, and so I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Have a nice one.